Welcome back, everyone. Pedro here with another video. Super excited to have you guys here in this live stream. Today is Tuesday, September 20th, and we are back. We're doing our daily live streams, guys. If you guys are new, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button and hit that little notification bell so you get notified every single time we're live. We are live every single day, Monday through Friday at 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So if you're looking to take your trading to a whole new level, or you're just looking to join an amazing community of like-minded individuals and traders, well, you've come to the right place. So I just want to welcome you guys personally. My name is Pedro, and I do Forex trading. So super excited to have you guys. We're looking right now. We're going to be starting shortly. Just going to update the video description. So bear with me. We're going to take a look at some awesome trades and, potential trade setups we may have. So let's get it, guys. We're going to be in shortly, guys, so bear with me here. Welcome. We've got a couple more people joining in, guys. Welcome. All right, guys. So we're about to begin here. Give me 1 second. All right, looks like GJ is finally pulling back. We are at this major key level of support. We did get a rejection, which was awesome. However, we are coming to this level of resistance. This is an area where I know price may react, so it's something to keep in mind. we could get a slight little pullback here of this level of structure, potentially come back down before we see a continuation to the upside. Remember, in the bigger picture, if we go up to the daily, we are within a range right now. So this is the middle of the range where price is reacting. Remember, we always want to understand what the market is currently doing, just get an overall idea of the market direction. So this is a good way to look at it once you go on the higher time frame. So I'm going to start shortly, guys. Just give me 1 second here. All right, we're going to begin here, guys. So that's what we're looking at, GJ. We see the bigger picture. We're still within this range. We are rejecting the middle portion of this range. If we see a break of this level of structure, then I'm expecting a continuation to the upside. So if we see price break above these levels, then we can expect price to come back up and potentially retest these highs. And then we can kind of see if price is going to finally break above this range level, or if we're going to just come back down to this range and potentially even fall down further. So that's kind of what we're looking at. So short-term wise, you know, I could expect some sort of a pullback. Even on the 15-minute chart, you can kind of see that price is struggling. It seems like it's created this double top formation here on the 15-minute. Price is coming back up right now, and it's retesting this level right here. It is a little bit above it, but what I want to see is at least the next candle to be bearish and close bearish. And then if that's the case, we can start looking for a potential pullback. At least to this level here, we can start seeing some sort of a nice clean pullback to at least these lows over here. And then see how it's turning red right now. So I want to see that type of, see, that's the sentiment I want to see, but I want to see it close at least on the 15 and 30-minute. Ideally the 1 hour, but see how, yeah, so it's a little bit indecisive. Price came back up, created a double top. So yeah, that's looking pretty good. Let's see how much of a range we have. So let's say price comes here. This is the 15-minute. We're talking about a 38 pip range. Probably get into a nice sell here. Put my stops above, be a double top formation, and then target the lows over here for 38 pips. Not the most ideal trade, but you know what? Like I said, like this is a good kind of like a counter trend trade because the overall bigger picture, we can expect price to potentially continue to push higher, especially because we're at we have rejected this area here. We're at this level of support, which is quite significant. However, we are at a major level here as well too, where price has reacted in the past. So, you know, to me, I would expect some sort of a short-term pullback to this level of structure over here, and then a potential continuation retest of these highs and a continuation higher for GJ. But short-term, if we're looking to get into some sort of a trade, this is kind of what I'm looking at. Obviously, like I said, we have to really be considerate with you know, price potentially coming back up here and retesting these highs. So it is a little bit of a higher risk trade, but that's kind of what I'm looking at, right? Like I said, I want to see a bearish candle close, not get into it just yet, but a bearish candle close before we get it on sells. Otherwise, if we do see a bearish candle close, then we're looking at a pretty much confirmed pullback. But if we don't see a bearish candle close, then it's probably just going to retest, make a triple top, or break above, pierce through. So because if you look at it even like that, I can also see this too. We got that strong momentum push, right, from the lows to the highs. It literally came back up, retested the 0.618. So all we were just waiting for is a full breakup to the upside. And if that is the case, then that confirms that we've broken this level of structure for a continuation to the upside. Really, really cool. We've got beginner trade. Looney, are you in trade? No, not right now at the moment. Welcome, by the way, welcome. I'm not sure if you're already part of the family, but welcome, beginner traders, Lumine. Welcome to the family. Not sure if you guys are with me on that. Let me know if in the chat box if you understand what I'm seeing here for GJ. All right. So we'll leave that as it is for now. Take a look at gold. So gold, we were expecting if price were to push up, some sort of a retest and continuation to the upside. So buy setups above this level of structure, as you guys can see the notes there. We did not get that. So again, we are pretty much rejecting this level of structure here. We got that rejection and price pierced below on our sell level setup. So we were expecting sells below this level of structure, which we did. Price came down, wicks back up, retested these lows over here. Now price is kind of like ranging here, holding this level of support here. So most likely what I could expect for gold is price to come back up and wick this level here. So come back up, have some sort of a wick rejection of this level of structure before we can expect a continuation of sells to these lows over here. That's what I'm expecting, for potentially a retest of this level of support over here. So that's what we can expect for gold potentially, but I do want to see gold push back up. So probably like retest this area here before it actually pushes down. Yeah. Welcome, welcome. Couple new members joining in, guys. Welcome, welcome to the family, guys. Appreciate you guys. Let me know in the chat box, guys. Don't be shy. Let me know if you guys are understanding what I'm seeing here for gold. Once we get, yeah, so I'd say anything below here, we're looking for sells for gold. Waiting for a retest at least of this level of structure here, or a really strong bearish candle close. Anything breaking below this level of structure, we can expect a nice clean sell. We are talking about, yeah, this is a long range here. Welcome, welcome, guys. We've got a couple more people joining in. All right, let's take a look at the 4 hour here. What's going on with the 4 hour? All right, so this is US 30. We did get a strong momentum push to the downside. We broke this level of structure. Price came back down, held this level of support over here. And then we saw price kind of create some sort of a double bottom formation. and then price came back up. As you guys could see that arrow there I had, I pulled back to this level of structure. Now it's rejecting this level of structure. So US 30 is basically still a continuation to the downside. To me, it's looking still very, very bearish. Yeah, so I want to see US 30 reject this level of structure for even further for potential retest of these lows over here on the daily. As you can see my arrows, I'm expecting US 30 to come down to these lows as a potential area where price could go. Obviously nothing's guaranteed, but this is kind of what I'm expecting for US 30, guys. We are still in a downwards trend, as you guys can see. You know what, let me just clear the chart so you guys can kind of actually learn, and I'll show you kind of what I'm looking at. That way you guys are able to understand. Guys, smash that like button if you guys are understanding and enjoying these live streams, guys. I really appreciate it. Let's go. Let's go. All right. All right, guys. So we are on the daily. Okay. This is the daily time frame for US 30. Right. So what are we looking at? What is the market doing? Is the market trending upwards or downwards? Right. Price was trending upwards here. Price slowly started changing its overall direction. Right. And so we could see one of two things, right? What do I see currently? Price is currently trending downwards, okay? Now we saw price break below, for example, over here, this level of structure, okay? And it failed to also create a new high over here, okay? So the moment that price failed to create a new high after this level of structure, we can see this new lower high over here. That was an indication to me that the overall sentiment of the market was starting to shift, right? So right over here, we were creating new highs, okay? New higher highs and new higher lows, right? Price came here, kind of stalled. The lows failed to create new highs. So we started to fail to create new higher lows. Got a small little higher low here. And then what happened? We created the first low, right? Over here, we had our last higher high. We had a higher high, another higher high, right? We had a high, higher high. And then what happened here? Look at here. We failed to create a new higher high. So indication number one, failed to create a new higher high. Indication number two, failed to create a new higher low. And we created a new low and a new lower low. New lower high, new lower low, new lower high, new lower low. And then what happened here? Formed a new high, but it failed to create a new higher high. So what are we doing? We're still trending downwards, guys. Now, look at over here. We failed to create a new lower low. We are at a new lower high or higher low. So now what I'm expecting, we are at a major level of structure. If we zoom in here on the daily, right, we can see that price is reacting to this level as a level of support. Right, it is quite significant. It has respected this level in the past. However, I do see that it is slightly bearish. You can see on the daily, we already have a daily bearish candle close. However, we did get these wick rejections here, so that's a strong indication price is failing to break below. So what I want to see is this daily candle close bearish below this body over here, and then that will be a strong indication that potentially we can come back down and retest these lows before a continuation to the upside. So long term, I'm kind of expecting price potentially to come down here and retest these lows. If we break these lows and we're confirming the continuation of this downwards trend for US 30, right? So that is something that we do have to consider. Also, another way of how you could look at it too is some people, the way they trade, they like to look at it as a channel, right? So some people say, well, this is a downwards channel. This is kind of what I'm seeing price do. And and I'll show you what I'm talking about. Okay, we've got, for example, point here. Let's say 1 point here. See that right there? All right, and then we've got another one here. Okay. We are at a downwards channel, and we are pretty much in the middle of this downwards channel. Price could either push up, price could either push down and retest the low of this channel, right? So, I mean, there's multiple ways to look about the market and how you can approach the market, but you guys were able to see how just basic market structure, how without having to note out the channel or figure out the channel there, how is able to spot this out and say, hey, listen, you know, the overall sentiment of the market's completely shifting, right? This is how I'm looking at the basic market structure. This is how I'm able to point out trades and understand, okay, this is the direction that price wants to go. This is why it's reacting this way, because clearly on the daily, we are still bearish, right? So once we narrow this down to the 4 hour, we're able to understand this much more clear and be like, okay, this is what's going on here with US 30, right? Now, I could expect US 30 to potentially come back down and retest these lows over here that I've highlighted on the 4 hour. However, I do want to see US 30, if we're going to consider buys, to break above this level of structure for a continuation to the upside, right? So buy setups above this level of structure, right? And then sell setups below this level of structure here, because to me, this kind of looks like a double bottom. We are already level of support here, but it seems like price is creating this double bottom. Price came up. It looks like this is the neckline, and it's looking like it's retesting the neckline on the 4 hour. So if we get a rejection of this level over here, okay, this level over here, then we're looking for clean buys. Okay, we're looking for a retest of this level of structure and potentially a break of this level of structure for a continuation to the upside. Okay, this is what we can expect if we break above and we reject this level of structure. Okay, because this is technically the neckline, okay, of this double bottom. Okay, if we fail and we break below this level of structure, we're looking for sells instantly. We're looking for sells because at that point, we would probably target these lows here first, okay? And then we would be looking at a continuation to the downside, which would bring us down to that level of structure that I mentioned over here, okay? So that is something to consider in terms of what price could do. So we're at a crucial moment right now. If we look at what price is doing even on the 1 hour, and you can see it's very indecisive right now as to what US 30 is going to do, right? You can see over here, price came up. Look at that candle formation here. And then look, right now, it's just indecisive, right? It looks like kind of looks like a doji right now, right? So that's something that we do have to be very considerate, that US 30 is at a make or break moment, right? Some people would be like, oh, this is a buy because you're at this key level of support. Yes, but you also have to look at the bigger picture here and understand what the overall direction is. We are pretty much at a make or break point as to where price could potentially go and what we can expect, right? So that's something that we have to consider, guys, with US 30 and what we can expect for where price could be heading, right? So we do have to consider that. I will leave that with you guys so that you guys kind of understand a little bit more. Let me know if you guys are understanding this explanation. If you are, smash that like button for me, guys. I really appreciate it. Like I said, I do these videos to teach you guys. I'm not just here just to just tell you, hey, what can I expect price? It's also to teach you guys how to look at the markets and how I look at the markets and how you can learn too. And that's the whole point, guys. So let's get it. Hey, BB, let's go. Good morning, Kunis. Let's get it. Appreciate you. Let's go. We diving. I love it. So yeah, so that's kind of what we're expecting, guys, with US 30 and how to look at it and, get into these trades, right? So that's the problem, is a lot of people, they get in and they're like, why did I lose this trade, man? Why do I always get stopped out? Well, you always get stopped out because you don't wait for proper confirmation. trading is a lot of psychology, right? You have to really be smart with getting into your trades. When I first started, I would have got in here and been like, well, this looks like a double bottom. Price broke above this level of structure. We're getting a pullback and we're holding support. So we're going to go buys right now, right? Because you're already basically 100% confirming that it's going to go buy, but you don't know that, right? Look at this bearish candle right now on the 1 hour. To me, this is a huge bearish candle right now forming on the 1 hour time frame, right? So this is super bearish to me, right? And we just happen to be at this key level structure. So if this candle closes bearish below this level here, below this wick level, I'm looking for heavy sells for US30, right? Obviously there's always a risk with something, but I would be looking for sells, and then kind of set my stops above this candle wick here, probably above this level here, let's say this level structure here, and then kind of I would target potentially this level over here, because this is probably where the pullback will start. The price will probably come back here and then start to pull back and then retest this level of structure. Okay, price will come down, probably most likely react to this level here, because price has reacted here in the past. You can see support, 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 right? A little bit of resistance there, right? And then it'll potentially come back up, retest this level structure. If price rejects this level structure, then that confirms to us that we're going to continue to go down further, okay? This is just a way of looking at the market, right? People wonder, it's like, well, why did price just pierce below this level? Like, that was a double bottom. Yes, but this pretty much invalidates the double bottom if we aren't able to hold this level. And pretty much that's what we saw with gold happen too, right? Where is it here? If we go up to, I think it was a 4 hour. Yeah, look at this. We had a double bottom, right? This was kind of like a fake out at the top of the neckline, but we then saw price push up, pulled back, push back up, started creating this kind of like channel, kind of weird. Right? And then what happened? Price just completely melted, right? So it broke above this neckline, but unfortunately this isn't not really the greatest example, but it was not a full confirmation because it just invalidated the double bottom, to be honest. It was just a complete violation of the double bottom. Also here, right, we didn't get this break line. If you look at the bigger picture on the daily for gold, we have one bottom here, right? And then we had the other bottom here, right? So we failed to create a new, basically we failed to continue to validate this double bottom formation, which this would have been the neckline, okay? But we would have had to see price pierce above it and retest this level before a continuation to the upside for gold, right? So because this is a major, if we look here, this is a major level of structure, okay? Right, so that was invalidated as well, right? But some people would have seen, oh, this is heavy buys, right? No, it's not heavy buys. Like, we have to wait for price to confirm and see what happened. Price actually melted, right? So things we always have to consider and look at, guys. We can't just jump into trades. And that's the problem. Like, you know, you'll have people that come into Forex and they expect that this is a get rich quick and stuff like that. No, this is a skill set that you learn for your life that could pay you immensely, but you have to be very responsible, you know what I mean, with your trade and stuff. Welcome, guys. Welcome. If you guys understood that explanation, smash that like button for me, guys. Appreciate it. Let's go. Let's go. Okay. All right. Welcome, Jamalidin. Gbp odd, buy or sell. I'm not sure. I have to probably look at that. We can take a look at Gbp odd. So Gbp odd on the daily, we were looking at this yesterday. So we were ranging for quite some time over here, and then price broke below this range, retested it, came back down. Funny enough, if we look at Gbp odd right now, we are still stuck in this range, even on the higher time frames. And then you can see these little boxes that I've kind of created or highlighted here. Do you see this highlighted box here? This is from yesterday, by the way. This is an analysis from yesterday. You can see these highlighted boxes areas. These are pretty much areas where price faked out. Over here, you can see that was a fake out. So we are still kind of in this range. However, let's see if we can get on any potential trades here. It seems like we might be getting on for another potential sell to the low of this range for GBP odd. That's kind of what I'm expecting for GBP odd potentially. 4 hours looking like we've got some heavy rejections of that level structure, so that's good. 1 hour also seems like price is holding up this level of resistance. Obviously, it kind of looks like a double bottom formation. Kind of want to see GBP odd break below this level of structure. Once we see a break of this neckline here, then we can expect a continuation because it does kind of look like a double bottom formation. But we also have to just kind of break below this level of structure before we see sell setups. So what I want to see is a nice strong push to the downside, break below this level of structure. Price will probably come up here and react over here. So like a strong sell here, and then wait for a pullback and retest of this structure here, and then we can get on a nice clean sell. Kind of set our stops here. Let's move it to the 30-minute. Set our stops over here. We do like a 30 pip stop, and then we could target these lows. This would be our TP1 over here, 55 pips. And then our TP2 could be down over here at 109 pip move. So lots of great potential. Great example of a trade we took here earlier. You guys could see we had a price come to this level of structure. Actually, price broke below this level of structure, and then it kind of wicked a lot. We had a lot of wick rejections here. Came back up, retested this level of structure, and we saw a lot of wick rejections. Then once I saw that strong bearish candle here form on the 30-minute, we got in on a nice clean entry, set our stops above all these wick projections at 30 pips. We were able to profit over 75 pip moves. So really, really cool. And you can kind of see those lines that I created there. It was kind of starting to form some sort of a bearish flag / wedge triangle pattern. And so we did expect price to continue to go down further. And as you guys can see, price did melt in our favor. That's kind of what I'm looking for GBP odd, guys. And this is kind of how we can look at the markets. Guys, let me know if you guys are with me here in the chat. Let me know if you guys are understanding that. If you are, let me know and smash that like button, guys. Appreciate it. Let's go. Let's go. We don't stop, guys. We don't stop. So that's kind of what we're looking for GBP odd. So we just do have to be aware that in the bigger time frames, right? So if we look at the 4 hour, we're still stuck in this range, okay? So you can see that this is the high of the range. We are in the middle of the range right now. So this is the highs over here. This is the lows of the range, okay? So we're not in a trending market. This is not the ideal market we want to be trading in. Price is just consolidating, right? So we did also come to this level here in the middle of this range where price has respected in the past. So a continuation to the downside is a little bit more risky, but we just have to see a confirmation break of that neckline for a continuation to the downside. If price comes back down and retests this neckline and holds it as support, then I'm expecting a retest of this high. Okay, I am expecting a retest of this high if price holds this level of support over here on the neckline of the double bottom. We narrow it down to the 1 hour. This neckline over here is what I'm talking about. So basically the breaking point where I'm going to make that decision if price is going to sell. So this neckline here, right over here. If price holds this level of support, then I'm looking for a continuation to the highs of this level of structure. If that is the case, then we can start looking for potential buy setups, okay? Or GBP odd. So that's kind of what we can expect for price to potentially do. So yeah, let's move over to Euro USD and kind of see what's going on. So Euro USD, we actually got a complete fake out. If we look at the 4 hour, price was in this range. We were expecting some sort of a pullback and a break and retest, So price was retesting. We saw that price came up, and then you can see my arrow, price came back down to retest this level structure. As always, you guys know I mentioned this in the past, as always, is if price is not able to reject this level. So once price is retesting and it's failing to reject it and hold that level of support, then we're not looking for buys, right? We want to always get that confirmation that price is respecting this new level of structure. It pierced through above it, but let's see if it respects it, right? If it maintains this level as a level of support. And if it doesn't, then that's a confirmation, as you can see, that it's just a fake out on the 4 hour, and a further confirmation that price is sells. We are on the 30-minute here. So what I want to see is price potentially start reacting. It will probably react at this level, to be honest, unless it's super, super bearish. But the level that it is now is kind of where I'm expecting price to kind of react, hold the level of support, and then we'll see a nice clean retest of the structure. If we get a rejection of this level of structure here, then we can get into nice potential sell setups here. You know, we set our stops above this level of structure here. Okay, and then we can target these lows over here. So 20, that'd be your first TP over here, and our second TP would be here at 42 pips. I know what I'm expecting for Euro USD. Yeah. That's a confirmation there. 42 pips. Nice quick in and out of that trade there. So Nicholas, let's go. Good morning, bro. Welcome. Happy to have you, man. So yeah, we're just kind of looking at a couple trades here. So Euro US, we are already getting that reaction of this level of support because this is a major level here. So we'll see what happens. This is kind of what we can expect. But now that we know that it kind of broke back into this ranging area, and we got that strong momentum move, we can expect some sort of a pullback to this area of structure here. And then once we start seeing price react to this level and kind of reject this level here, then we can start getting into our clean sell setups here. You know, we could set our stop losses here, you know, easy 15 pip stop loss, you know what I mean? And then we can target these lows here. So that would be a nice quick 42 pips, only risking 15 pips. Not too shabby. Euro JPY. So Euro JPY, let's kind of clear this here. Again, so the euro weakness continues, to be honest, guys. So let's see. Move up here to the daily. All right, so the daily, this is what I'm talking about, guys. Yeah, this is what I'm talking about. So we failed to create a new higher high on the higher time frame. So we were, if you look here, this is a lower high, right? This is a lower, sorry. We come from here, this is a low, lower high, right? This over here, high, higher high, and so on, right? This level continues here. There we go. All right, you guys with me here? Let me know if you guys are with me, understanding everything. I'm just teaching you some stuff here. So in the bigger picture, although it is a little bit choppy on the daily, we are still trending high, right? However, we failed to continue to create a what? Newer high, right? So this to me is a strong indication that price is respecting this level of structure, and we are failing to break above and create a new higher high. So to me, guys, at this point now, we can narrow it down to the 4 hour. We understand the overall direction of the market, and we are pretty much rejecting this level. We had a strong push to the downside, right? We had price kind of hold off here and retest these highs over here. And now we're getting this kind of like bearish candle sentiment on the 4 hour. So bearish candle on the 4 hour. What I want to see is this 4 hour close bearish. Okay. Once we get a closure of this 4 hour candle on Euro JPY, I'm going to probably narrow it down to the 1 hour. Okay. And we've broken below this level of support over here and this level of resistance. Okay. We are on the 1 hour time frame here, so quite significant right over here. So what I want to see again is this candle close. So then that way we can see price come back up, retest this level of support here on the 1 hour, narrow it down to 30 minutes so it's much more clear. Okay. Price, I need it to close at least around here. It'll probably hold some sort of level of support, but I need it to push down, close on the 4 hour, retest this level structure, and then we can start looking for potential sells. Okay. We set our stops here above this level here. We could do like even like a 20 pip just to keep it safe. And then we would target at least, I would say here, let's go back up to the 1 hour. Our TP1 could be even like this area here of structure, which would be 57 pips. And then our TP2 would be at least this bottom level of structure, which is about 100 pips. Okay. This is what I'm kind of expecting for Euro JPY. And you know what I mean? This is obviously a little bit longer term trade, but we are for sure looking at some bearish sentiment for Euro JPY, especially now that we're getting a break of this level structure. Price is failing to create a new higher high, and it broke this new low here. So, and then on the bigger time frame, on the 4 hour, like I explained to you guys, we failed to what? Create a new higher high, right? So look, we are at a major level of resistance and we failed to create a new higher high on the higher time frame. So we're at a major level structure. Price also look at that bearish sentiment. Now it's retesting and now it's failing. So potentially looking for nice clean sells for Euro JPY, guys. Guys, if you understood that, let me know in the chat box, guys, if you guys understood that explanation. Also, smash that like button. Really appreciate it. It does support the channel. It also lets me know that you guys are understanding what I'm explaining, guys. So really do appreciate it. Let me know what are your thoughts on that? You understanding that explanation on Euro JPY? How's that explanation, guys, on Euro JPY? Pretty good, eh? Pretty good explanation there. Hope you guys are understanding it. All right, so 1 second. All right, guys, just give me 1 second here. All right. All right. Let's play with the large camera. Let's go. All right, guys. So, I am going to surprise you guys tonight yet again. I'm going to do a live tonight, later this evening. Okay, it'll probably be around 8:30, and we're gonna go live. I do also have a friend of mine that may be joining us on this live. He also has been trading for quite some time, so we may have a special guest. We will see. I do have to set up everything in terms of being able to share 2 screens at once, but I do want to let you guys know that I do want to see if I can have my special guest join us here. So that is something that we may be doing in the future as well. So we'll have a couple more traders joining in, join the channel here as special guests. So thank you so much, guys. Really do appreciate you. Euro CHF, Jamalidin, buy or sell. Okay, let me check this out. I will check this out for you, no problem, before I leave. So Euro CHF, New Zealand, that one went in our favor as well. I don't think I had it here. Yeah, so Euro CHF, if we get a break below this level of structure here, then we're looking for a continuation of sells because it'll invalidate this level here of support. If we look at the higher time frame on the 4 hour though, actually, you know what? Let's go up to the daily. We are looking at a pretty strong level of support here. It's kind of like forming a double bottom. You can see it here. So that is something that we do have to consider, guys, for Euro CHF. So we are kind of at a major level of support. And then even on the daily, we are looking at this kind of double bottom formation here. You can see this here. So if, however, we get, you can see on the 4 hour, sorry, this is the daily, that looks super bearish on the daily. Very strong bearish candle formation here on the daily. So even if we narrow it down to the 4 hour, look how bearish that candle is, right? So it needs to hold this level of support for a continuation to the upside because it confirms that it price broke above this level of structure and it was fully bearish and it was continuing to break above. If we get a break back below, then to me, this is just kind of looking like price just kind of faked out, to be honest. And it just kind of invalidates the, similar to what happened with gold, right? It just invalidates the, on the daily, right? It invalidates the double bottom formation here. Do you see that on gold, guys? You guys here with me? Look, double bottom formation, what we were expecting on the daily time frame, and then what happened? Look, gold melted and invalidated this double bottom. So if we go back up to Euro CHF, right, what are we looking at? We're looking at this double bottom formation. This is the neckline. And what's happening, right, on the daily and the 4 hours looking super bearish, right? So that's something we have to consider as traders, is that we have to always look at the market, always wait for proper confirmation, right? This for a 4 hour is super bearish, guys. And if this closes like this, to me, this is going to continue to go down further and probably retest these lows. Does that mean that it's going to invalidate fully this double bottom? No, price could come back down and retest these lows and then continue to push back up, but it's something to consider, right? So if we do get a candle close below this level of structure, then I'm looking for sells in the meantime to potentially retest these lows for Euro CHF. If Euro CHF is able to slowly wake back up and close a little bit of above this level, and then the next 4 hour candle starts looking bullish, then that's a confirmation of buys for Euro CHF. Other than that, I'm not looking for buys because this is at a major crucial level where price is going to make its decision of either buying or selling at this level of structure. So something to consider, guys, as it is at a make or break point. So right now it's not, definitely not looking bullish, but you know, I'm kind of looking, and to be honest, expecting Euro CHF to sell. So yeah, that's kind of what we're looking at for Euro CHF. Hope you guys understood that explanation. Yeah, so thank you so much, guys. Appreciate it. Jamalidin, there you go. That's your explanation for Euro CHF as to what we're expecting, looking at potential kind of make or break point, potentially looking for sells if price breaks below this level structure. If price closes back in and creates some bullishness, then I'm expecting a continuation to the upside. But at least to break above this level structure here, we can start looking for buys once price breaks above here. Buy setups above this level. So nice clean break, and then wait for like some sort of a retest and then a continuation to the upside. So that's something potentially that we can expect for Euro CHF. And then same thing, if it breaks below this level, wait for a retest and a continuation to these lows. Okay. All right, guys, thank you so much for joining the live stream. If you guys are new or you haven't joined us before, make sure you guys subscribe and hit the notification bell. We come live every single day. Also, make sure you guys click all the links in the video description to join our Telegram. So appreciate you all. Thank you so much, guys. I will see you later this evening, and I will catch you till next time.